Hi, welcome to St Andrew's Men's Shed. I helped set up the Men's Shed in 2016. Initially, we were in the town in the Botanics in two 20-foot containers. However, we realised we needed a bigger place, and we were given the opportunity to use this vacant site, which was here at Creighton Park. And then following on from that, a local developer who was developing a farm gave us this barn. He didn't need it, and so we paid to have it taken down, bought here and rebuilt here. So we had a professional to do all the main construction and put the sheets on, and then all the fitting out inside was done by our members.
It's gone from an idea that we had maybe 2 years ago, and I'm so immensely proud of everybody that's taken part, because we built it. It's amazing what we've built here, and the bits that we couldn't build, that we needed like large cranes or whatever for, we raised the funds to make that happen. So we got professionals in to do that, but everything else, it's screws, nails, saws, you name it. We've done the whole thing ourselves, and it's brought us together as a team. We were kind of individuals, but we've all pulled together, and yeah, I'm happy. I'm a happy man.
I remember actually putting a roof in the old shed down at the Botanic Gardens. So I've watched how we've developed and emptied the old shed and built this new shed, and it's been a wonderful experience. I'm a retired doctor. First, when I retired, I found it quite difficult, but there's a couple of things happened. First of all, I got a part-time job teaching medical students at the medical school of St Andrews University, and secondly, I got more involved here.
I've been a member of the Men's Shed for around about 2 years, and I've got a gardening background, so I'm trying to help John and a couple of other guys create a garden. You know, we hope to turn the garden into, a productive, working, accessible garden with lots of nice fruit and various raised beds or deep beds for vegetables.
The school in St Andrews moved from 2 sites to one out to the west. Both of the sites really gave us woodworking equipment that they'd had. So all sorts of bits and pieces, but some of it extremely good. So we've got a big saw table over here. So that was that, and that's been in use now for the past 2 days. So we're just about getting it. And then this is a planer thicknesser for those that are technical, but we've got all sorts of other stuff. We've got all of the piping, that we've used for dust extraction.
Hi, I'm Bill Horn. I'm on the board. I'm mainly in charge of projects and sales. Basically, this particular project here was for a local nursery school at Balmullo, and they had limited funding. So because we like to help the community, this £750 climbing frame was passed on to them at £175.
We joined the shed in March 22. I'd recently moved into the area, didn't know anybody, absolutely not a soul. And then ended up back at the tools, and my speciality was 3-phase motors and associated control equipment, and that's what we've got here in this incredible machine shop that we now have. So I've been able to do that for us.
Love the Men's Shed. It's great fun, basically because I get used for all sorts of things. But the main thing is we've been involved with community. We've got a lot out of the community of St Andrews that's allowed us to build this shed, and so we now can give stuff back. The local part, again, community, they had this bowling green that couldn't be used, so we've put in a mini Wimbledon.
When we got the site as a whole, we were lucky enough to get this area to use as a garden. It's approximately an acre. I think it's taken second place to the shed in terms of getting guys to work in it, rightly, because we wanted to get the construction finished. There will be a wheelchair access raised bed area which we've just begun here, and then beyond that a polytunnel.
We want to expand into the evenings and possibly the weekends so as we can attract a younger demographic. It's a fantastic validation for all the effort we've put in to build this shed. We have spent at least 10,000 hours over the last 2 years working on building this, fitting it out and getting it working. And we're really looking forward to being able to use it to undertake lots of new and different projects.